Hi again, folks. In this video, my top 10 takes for next season coming up. Well, I shouldn't call them top 10 when I'm half awake, right? But I just slapped this together. Something for us to talk about in a video, and points I want to make about them as well. But these are 10 things I believe that are very possible for next season with the boys and this franchise. So I'll work my way up from number 10 to number 1, and I tell you what, guys, I was going to do a 5, and then I said I'll make it 10, and so these could be in all different order, just so you know. But I think I got number 1 right where it should be. So let's take a look at it. Okay, number 10. Quinn, Peterka UPL will cut the team next year. And I'm not talking they're just going to like have an impressive camp and play for a bit and then be sent down. And I think they're here to stay right after camp the rest of the season. I think they're just going to be parts of our team going forward as of next year. I believe all 3 of these guys are pretty shoo-in that they should be regulars as of next year. So I'm going to go on the record saying UPL is one of them also. So Quinn, Peterka, UPL will cut the team next year. Number 9, come out of the gate strong, I think the Sabres are going to have a quick start next year, guys, but I don't think it's going to go like this after. I think it's going to just continue a little bumps here and there, and then we'll have another streak, then a few bumps and another streak. That's kind of how I see next year going. I think we will come out of the gate strong. I don't have any doubt in my mind that they'll have an impressive start, something like maybe 7-2-1, and then maybe lose a few, and then win a few, and then play 500 for 10 games, and have another 6-3-1, if you get what I mean, like that. That's kind of how I see next year so far. So coming out of the gate strong comes in at number 9. I believe next year, number 8. I believe next year we're going to have a big improvement 5-on-5. I think this team 5-on-5 will be more deadly next year just because of our youth, because of our speed, and our transition will get better. You know, it shows flashes, it shows signs of getting better. It does. Our transition game does. But since we lack the big goal scorer and things like that on our team, we have to rely on physical play. We do. So we can improve on the 5-on-5, no doubt on the transition. We'll improve. We're going to get better there. Our passing game's getting better. And we will look like one of the fastest teams in the league once our passing gets better, you know. But I'm expecting a big improvement 5-on-5. Why? Because I think we're going to be more physical next year too. That's another big reason why. So that comes in number 8. Number 7, I got special teams, top 10 in both next year. We're 24th in both right now. I believe there'll be a big improvement in special teams this year. This was a year where, let's face it, we were relying on Jack on the power play. We were, you know, and I think in special teams, especially in the penalty kill, we just hit such a rut this year. We couldn't do nothing right, it felt like, for about a month, right? So that kind of why everything nosedived in the numbers. But I think our special teams, both of them, will be top 10 in the league next year. They got to be, for what I'm hoping later on in this video. So special teams, top 10 in both. Number 6, Tuch will be named captain next year. You know, if not this year, but I got Tuch being named captain. I could have put that higher. It's not that vital, you know. But I think if Tuch would have been captain right now, he might have not had the few games where he struggled kind of the way he did also, you know. So I think Tuch being named captain is a very healthy move for the organization going forward. And without a doubt, he is going to be our captain in the future in my mind. I can't see anybody else, guys. I can't. You know, we can throw names out there. I've had Krebs thrown at me. And Krebs shows leadership skills, no doubt. He's just not ready, you know. And Tuch's been through it in the playoffs, guys. You know, let's face it. He's been there in the playoffs. So he's been to the Stanley Cup Finals. He knows what it's like to be a rookie on a team that's successful, and he wants to show that to the younger kids coming up, that it can be done. Number 6, Tuch named captain. Number 5, Dylan Cozens, Casey Mittelstadt will take jumps next year. I do believe that. These guys are due for things to go right for them, not just to try harder. It's not that. It's about things going right sometimes in a season. Mittelstadt hopefully will have a healthy year next year. He'll be a year older, a little stronger. And same thing with Cozens, you know, same thing with Cozens. Same kind of thing where he'll be a bit stronger and bigger. And Cozens and Mittelstadt, I'm expecting to take serious jumps next year that we're all happy with them, okay? Number 4, I got Skinner and Thompson repeating the seasons, guys. I believe that they can actually repeat these seasons next year. They can both get 30 goals again next year. I'm just going to say they're both going to get 30 this year. I believe they are, unless something drastically goes wrong for one of them. Hopefully sooner than later so we can relax and they both hit the 30, because I want both these guys to get 30 goals this year. I got a feeling these guys are going to finish tied for goals this year. That's how tight-knit this team is. I could see Skinner or Thompson being the guy carrying in the puck on an empty net, okay? Up by 1 goal in the last game of the year. We're about to bury it with an empty netter. And the guy across from you is the guy that's 1 goal behind you, and I guarantee 100% they're going to do everything they can to pass it to that guy so he gets 32, 33, or 34 goals also, just like he has. You know what I mean? That's the kind of team we have. I could see, the more I think about it, I think Thompson and Skinner, not because, you know, they've just been so neck and neck. I could see them both finishing with the exact same amount of goals this year. And hopefully they will repeat next year, like I'm saying here, because I do believe they will. I do believe they're both going to have good seasons next year. You know, whether that be 25 to 30 goals or 30 to 35. Those are good seasons. They're not bad seasons. So I believe both these guys will have good seasons again next year. No doubt in my mind, actually, as long as they stay healthy, of course. Number 3. Owen Power wins the Calder. And that's just maybe my ego talking, but I think him going back to Michigan for the year was a smart move for his development, and we're going to reap the benefits of it next year, guys. We didn't have an 18-year-old Power this year. We have a 19-year-old Power next year. And this is what we have to look at, you know, at where this guy is, how much bigger and stronger he's going to be, how much more experienced. I mean, it's a year of experience. Let's hope he goes all the way. I hope Michigan wins this thing. And this guy comes in with a championship mentality. And I think this is a realistic take, to be honest, I do. I think Power winning the Calder after he was drafted first overall the year before is more than realistic. So the way I see it, guys, if Tyler Myers can win the Calder, Owen Power can. So that's my number 3. Number 2, Rasmus Dahlin wins his first Norris trophy. I think next year, Dahlin, I think it's realistic 60 points. I think it's a realistic thing, 65, 70. It could go like that, guys. Really, 70 points is realistic for a guy with this kind of talent. We're seeing it now. Like, he could technically finish with 60 points this year. He'd have to get a point-a-game average about the rest of the year, but he's right now, guys, he's 1 point away from his career high, tying his career high, which is he's going to break his career high this year, and he's 1 goal away from having a career high in goals. So Dahlin's having a career year numbers-wise. I know his plus-minus doesn't look great yet, but let's keep in mind what team he's on, what kind of struggles we had, what kind of injuries we had, all of it, what kind of, we're adapting to a new system under Granato, all of this. This all takes its toll on the defenders. It does. So I see Rasmus Dahlin, I'm pretty confident predicting this, that will win his first Norris Trophy next year. And number 1, and is one of my most hopefuls, the Sabres will win 35 regulation wins. They'll have 35 regulation wins next year. And they'll be a bubble team as well all season long. Playoffs or not. They'll be right in the mix all year long. Right looking at that final playoff spot for most of the year. And then, guys, if we're within, let's say, 2-3 points late in the year, we're not going to have that mentality like I talked about in the last video. God, I wish I had the chance the Canucks had right now, don't you? Think about it. If we were within 3 points or 4 points, I wouldn't have any doubt in my mind we're going to just win 6 in a row and get in somehow. That's the way I think, guys. No way. I believe somehow, some way we're getting in, you know? That's, anyway, that's still bugging me, but I just let it go. There's no point, no point. So, yeah, this is my takes for next year. Just slapped this together. It took about 10 minutes to slap it together because it's stuff I believe. I wouldn't tell you unless I believe it. And the most important one would be, of course, that the team is winning more, right? If we're winning more, we're all happy. But I think the things under the 35 regulation wins, and I put regulation wins, guys, because we need to win more games than regulation. It's not realistic counting on 3-3 overtimes to get into the playoffs. It's not realistic. I know Jersey did it that one year. For us, it's not realistic. It's not. No, we have to win games in regulation so other teams don't gain points in the standings. That's the first thing. And the second thing, it shows we're more deadly in a 60-minute game. And we don't have to rely on getting lucky in these cheesy overtimes. No. So hopefully this 35 regulation wins is, I know, a huge task when we're sitting on something like 18 right now, right? We're going to finish the year out maybe with 22, 23 of them. I don't see why we can't get 50% more the next year the way this team looks now. That's it, guys. All right, I got to get back out there and tend to my little girl, and I got to get these videos up to you. I'll see you in the post game tonight. Have a good one.